Hi everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. My name is Amanda Dijf and I'm very delighted to be here today with Viola. Today I'm here with Viola from Teshura.nl. She was in my last video and I'm very excited that she's here and joining me today to discuss a lot more about the topic hair, because there's so much to discuss. So last time we discussed several topics, from what kind of hair color I should be doing next, what the trends are for our upcoming season, a little bit about the wigs, what's going on there, what's hot and what is not. But today we're actually going to go a little step further. We're going to be discussing wigs in total, because how are they made? Not a lot of people talk about it. We're going to show you how it's done. So I would say keep watching, because this is going to be a very revealing video. So she is back. I'm here today with Viola from Teshura.nl, as I said before, and I'm so excited again about talking about wigs. So how are you today?
I'm perfect. How are you?
Good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm very anxious to do this, and because I think a lot of people really like to know how this works. So can you tell us, how are wigs made? How do you make a wig? Because that's the most important. She's a wig maker as well, next to a very talented makeup artist. And that's why we're here today to discuss how wigs are made. And she's going to tell us now.
Yes. Wigs are made in different ways. You have lace wigs. Those are knotted into a special kind of lace.
Yes.
I can show you a little. This one is a lace closure.
Yes.
But this is how the lace looks like. It's just a lace, and they knot the hairs individually, one by one, in the lace.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, so it's really expensive, of course. So you can make a wig by fully making a full wig like this.
With the lace.
And that's the most expensive wigs you can buy. But you can also do it a different way, and that's the way I do it mostly. You have two types. I'm going to show you one, and this is a lace frontal, and there is a lace but fully all over the perimeter till the back here. Can you help me out? Yes. You see that?
Okay, yeah. So that's a lace frontal.
Yes.
And this is
A lace closure.
okay.
Yes. So the frontal is more for people who want to wear the hair up, and it has to look really real and stuff like that.
Easy, more diverse. You can do
It's
more
more
things
diverse.
with your wig. Then.
Absolutely,
Okay.
but it's a little bit tougher to manage.
Okay, because of the closure part.
Exactly, and then it's, of course, it's really delicate, because if you comb the hair, you can break the knots. So it's easier to like miss a lot of hairs out of it.
Okay.
But with this is the lace closure. This is the most common one, and that you make it differently. You have wig caps, and you have different kind of wig caps. But the wig cap I use is this, and the most important thing about the wig cap is that it's breathable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes, I'm gonna show you
The wig cap.
the wig cap.
Wow.
It's like just a cap.
And do they come in sizes, or is it one size fits
This
all?
one is one size fits all. It looks
Okay.
really tiny.
Yes,
But they do come in sizes. You have one that here you have holes.
Yeah.
You have, some people use dome caps, and dome caps looks like this, but it's without the holes, and I don't like them because it's not breathable.
Yeah.
These are breathable.
Yeah.
But you also have regular wig caps, and those are even more breathable. But I don't like those, because if I make a wig for someone, I want it to last. And the other ones are really easy to expand. It's easier to break and stuff like that. So I rather use this one and be sure that the person can enjoy it for a couple of years.
Okay, so I have this.
Yes.
I have this.
Yes.
And then what?
And then what? Let me show you. I'm gonna take this wig off, and then I can show you better. I call this one my Kiki.
Your Kiki. Do your wigs have names?
They have names, honey. They do.
That's cool. That is
So you'll have like an attachment to your table,
Yeah.
or like a standard where you can put this one on,
Yeah.
because it has a hole. You need to make sure that the head is big enough, because if you have a small foam head, the wig's gonna be small. First, you measure your head.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but
Can
you
I
can.
hold this?
Yes, you can hold it. And then you put the dome cap on.
Yeah.
And then you start by by pinning the hair. Can you hold it for me?
Yes. Does it matter where?
No, it does matter. It's
Okay.
really important that you pin it on the right place. If you hold it here,
Yeah.
I can show the people how you pin it. You make sure that the lace comes a little bit before the dome cap.
Okay.
And then you use like pins and you pin it on. Like this.
Oh, sorry, love.
She just lost an eye maybe. And then actually all you do is take the hair, put it in clips like this. And you start sewing all of this with a needle and thread, like a needle like this.
Yes.
You sew it all on,
Yes.
and that's your base.
Okay.
This is how you start. And then you have the hair, the actual hair, and you have bundles. You take a bundle, you loose it, and you start sewing the tracks
On the hair.
hair till you come to the lace part.
Yes.
And then you close it up and you have your wig. This is like the easy way to
Okay.
explain.
But then it needs to be layered a little bit, because otherwise it's just hair and
Yes.
it doesn't, it sits but it doesn't bounce. It's not like Farrah Fawcett, or
No.
it doesn't do anything
Yes.
as such. So then you need to style it.
You need
and
to
cut
style it.
and
My first
neighbor color.
Yeah, my first advice is if you want layered hair, don't buy one length. Buy it in layers. So you
So
have
what do we have here?
we have gorgeous, gorgeous hair. And it's a ombre effect hair
Cool.
with a wave pattern.
Yeah.
And that is a body wave. And I love the body wave, and I'm gonna explain why. The body wave has a pattern in it.
Mm-hmm.
The hair is gorgeous, right?
Yeah, it is.
It has a pattern in it, so you can wear it like this. When you lose the hair, you'll see that you will get a little bit of beach waves in it.
And that's gonna stay?
It's gonna stay. So, but it's not gonna stay like this. It's gonna be more curlier and more beachy, like effortless curls. And I love that because you can keep it like this or you can straighten it. And because it's a body wave, if you want to curl it like real curls, the curls will stick.
Okay.
So if you buy a straight hair and you curl it, the curl will be out in like an hour. And this one can stay for like
But
2
what
minutes.
if you brush it? Is it gonna stay as well?
You wanna
or-
see?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Oh,
brush.
there it goes. Okay, wow.
It's just like
Yeah.
your hair. If your hair is like combed out, it will get fluffier and
It's really nice
it's
hair.
really, really, really good hair. This is gorgeous hair. You need to be careful with this because it has a band. And if you cut the band loose, yes, you can imagine.
Yeah, you lose all the hairs.
Well, this is
Okay.
machine weft. There's a different hand type tracks and you have machine wefts. Machine wefts are really durable. They will stay like a long time. Like if you do the hand tied one and you cut them, all the hair will go.
Okay.
And with this you can cut them, but I'd rather not.
Okay. So if people go to the store and they would like to buy a wig that is ready, of course, what should they be aware of?
My number one thing is the size. They come in sizes. And if you buy too big of a size, it will never fit perfectly.
You mean the size of the cap?
Yes.
Okay.
So you need to be sure they have in stores, they have a small, medium, large. And if you have a big head, of course you need a large.
Okay.
And that's really, really important. And the quality of the hair. What do you want to do with the hair? It has to be easy going or not? Those two things are really important to me.
I saw a movie, and I think you've seen it as well. It's called Happily Ever After.
Yes,
It's a great movie when you're obsessed with hair. You should definitely see it. It brought back memories for me because I can remember from my childhood, maybe you do too, that the straightening comb went through the hair to style the hair a little, to make it a little bit more manageable. And later in the movie, she shaved off her hair because it was such a burden to her life, even cost her relationship. And so the question is, do you think that the obsession with hair is something we should be cautious of?
Well, you're asking a hairstylist. So it's a yes and a no. You need to be able to feel free to do what you want to do with your hair, of course. But we can be a bit obsessive when it comes to hair. And I understand it, it's your crown. So it's a yes and a no, actually.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
I understand what you mean. And when I'm thinking about the movie, it's more like that it shouldn't be
That big of a
impact. Burden. Yes, a burden.
That movie was a bit too obsessive.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot imagine losing my relationship because of my hair. That's way too superficial.
That's way too. It is. It is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when I was little, I remember coming down the stairs and we had like a colored net with where the flowers were on.
Yeah.
And I came down and I pulled the net from under the flowers and I put it on. And it was stupid, but it has movement. And I just like the movement.
Yes.
As a girl, I was like a real girl, and I like to play with Barbies. And all the Barbies had long blonde hair, just like in the movie.
Yeah.
Because so it's something you grow up with.
Yes.
Thinking that maybe your hair is not good enough, and you need to have straight hair, and it must be long, to be able to fit in or feel happy with yourself, with who you are. So I went to school with braids, and I actually loved it. I had little beads in there.
Everybody had it.
Yeah, colored beads. So every time you move your hair, you heard the sound and it was moving. So I was very happy with that. So it's more that I think that whatever you decide doing with your hair, short, long, weave, or braids, or wigs, that it would something is that you're comfortable with it, and it's not that you're doing it because you feel you need to hide from
it needs
who
to
you are.
Enhance you and like it needs to fill up your personality, because you can show your personality through your hair, clothing and makeup,
everything.
So
and it's a total package, which I love. So you probably have the same, because I have this too. People find that they need to touch your hair to feel it, or even just touch your hair on top to feel if they feel anything. Yeah. Does it sound familiar?
Yes.
And why do women this? Why do they touch each other's hair, or not even each other? Why do they touch her hair?
I think there are two type of people who do this. The people who have no clue whatsoever about our hair, and they're really curious and they're fascinated by our hair. Those I put in another category. But you also have other women who are, I think it's out of jealousy. They see you with nice hair and they cannot imagine that it's your hair. So we need to check it out. Is it real? To make me feel good about myself, I need to check Amanda's hair to see if it's real or not. Then I'll feel better about myself if I found out maybe it's not. So I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. Like the other people who are curious, okay, I still don't want you to touch it because I just fixed it and you're gonna mess it up. But for the other people who are just like being rude,
and it's not only just touching the hair, it's like patting on top that.
I had a woman coming to my school, and she saw my hair and she just put her hand inside and she was like, oh, I love it. Honey. Like seriously, it was like my head was shaking, and it was an older woman, so I couldn't do a lot. So I just told her, don't do that ever.
Again.
Thank you. Yeah.
So funny that people do that, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I never touch anybody's hair.
Why would you?
Period.
You don't walk around touching people's body. Like, it's
Not
crazy.
really.
It's the same thing.
Okay, so fun fact, this really happened, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. If people have like a really small budget,
Mm-hmm.
would you advise them to buy like an acrylic or synthetic wig?
Nowadays, I think you don't have to. You can. If you buy like synthetic hair, it's because if I would buy it, it's because I'm not good with curling irons or something like that.
Mhm.
But nowadays, you can get cheap hair that you can like curl and stuff like that. But it's an option. But it's
an
not
option.
necessary.
Because way back it would be, so the quality is better now.
Yes.
So people could do that if they have a small budget, but preferably
Yeah.
maybe just invest
Invest.
in better hair
Invest.
quality or real hair quality.
Yes.
So in our last episode, we were talking about the fact that you make wigs and you donate them.
Yeah.
So why do you make them? For who do you make them and why do you donate them?
Well, I noticed that there are a lot of women who are battling some illnesses or have alopecia or stuff like that, or children.
And alopecia is?
It's like baldness. You
Okay.
lose your hair. And I found out through someone, and then and she asked me, can you maybe give me your old wig that you're not using? And then I came up with the idea to ask people around me who are buying hair and just throwing them out to give me their hair, so I will revive them and make new wigs.
Oh wow.
And donate it to people who cannot afford it, because your hair is your crown and you'll feel so much better about yourself if you can walk out confident. So
And
that's
how
why
often do you do it? Yes.
I try to do it twice a year, but
Wow.
it's really hard because you need to
With
find
all of-
hair
and all of the things you do.
Yes, it's a lot of work to make a wig.
Actually, you should put it on your website.
Yeah, actually I should.
Like an extra
Feature.
topic,
Yeah.
extra feature
Yeah.
saying, well, you can donate if you have hair, please donate it here.
Yeah.
I'm saying so now too. If you have hair you're not using, please look Teshura.nl up, and she has her details there. You can drop her an email and see how you can get that hair there. Very much
Awesome.
appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you. So when we're talking about hair, what about the men, the boyfriends, or
Oh,
maybe the
Lord.
girlfriends? What do they make of all of this? And what would they be thinking if you, like at the end of the day, you take your cap off and they're looking at braids?
They'll say they love the braids. No. I noticed that men are all into natural hair. Most men. But some don't care. They just love you the way you are and they don't mind. But I know a lot of men who will not date women who have weaves. That's a big issue.
Really?
Yes, I do know them.
Why?
They're pro-natural. They think you want to be someone else, you want to look like someone else, you're not happy with yourself. But then I try to explain to them that's not about that. They shave, they go to the hairstylist. I hope they take showers. It's all about prepping and taking care of
But the thing is,
yourself.
sometimes they don't know. I mean, if it's done really well,
Yeah.
it's a big question
Yes,
if
they
you're
will never
wearing
know.
a weave
They
or
will
a
never
wig
know.
or so, and there's always that first
moment.
moment,
Yes, I
night
know
or
that
whatever,
moment.
that the truth will come forward.
Yes, I
And
know.
what's the reaction then? I mean,
Well, my personal reaction was like, I told him, I hope you don't think this is my real hair. And he was like, yeah, actually I did. He was really disappointed.
There's
He was
the door.
like, yeah, he was really disappointed. And I was like, yeah, well, don't worry about it. I'm the same person. And I'm going to show you now. And I showed him my real hair. And he was like, oh, you look so cute with your real hair. You should wear it more often. I was like, yeah, this is it. So take it or leave it. This
Accept
is
it.
it. Yeah.
cool. So funny. Such a funny topic. Talking men, do you know any men who wear wigs at all?
Yes.
Tell us who.
Okay, I'm gonna name just one guy everybody knows, but it's John Travolta. He wears a lot of lace wigs.
He does?
He does.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. I actually didn't know.
Well, most people don't, but there are a lot of lace wig wearing men out there. Not only Caucasian men and celebrities, but also
But
the
I think
regular
the difference
guys.
is that if a man wears a wig, he sticks to one type of wig. He doesn't have a wardrobe. Like,
Well,
you think so? Yeah.
I know a
Because
few
they
of
don't
them.
want that anyone to know, so
Yeah.
they'll probably stick to one kind of mood.
Yes.
Just to be sure.
Yes, but when they're wearing like really good wigs, they
Mm-hmm.
tend to do a lot with it. So change it up like it's their own hair.
Okay.
I know a guy who does it.
Go John Travolta.
Yes.
There's a YouTube channel called The Braid,
Mhm.
from freestyle to badass blonde braids, and I'm just wondering, are braids still going to be a big hit? Does it ever go out of fashion? And what is the next braid trend, if there's any actually?
Yeah, braids are really trendy right now again. It was a little bit low a few years ago, but now it's coming all the way back. Everybody's wearing braids. Kim Kardashian is wearing braids. Everybody actually is wearing braids right now, especially cornrows. The new trend, what I noticed is like the tribal braids are really back in. Like the cornrows with figures in them and ombre hair. It's really gorgeous.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
That ombre hair, just like we have
Yes.
here, because this is also ombre,
Yes.
or in colors.
In
'Cause this
colors
is more like
also.
natural.
Yes.
Or like really freaky green
Freaky
or
green,
something else.
purples, gray, they're gorgeous. It's
Wow.
stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe. Well, I think so. I think I'm gonna do braids. I'm not sure when
Yes.
exactly,
You
but
should.
I used to do braids and I used to do them myself. It's a lot of work. I think I was working on my head for 10, 12 hours
Oh my
a
God.
day
Yes.
to get it done. But when I was like from 14, 15 years
Yeah.
old, I did my own braids. Yeah.
Oh.
So I think it would be pretty cool to go back there,
Yes.
like old school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, going for it. So last but not least, I've been wanting to do this for a long time because there are a lot of people who are wondering, and it's a big like question, yes or no. We're going to be doing, I selected 10 people, and I'm going to ask you if they are wearing an extension or a wig, and you just need to say yes or
Oh,
no.
God.
We can get into it later.
Oh, don't kill me, please. Okay.
So, okay, number 1,
Yes.
Michelle Obama,
No.
Oprah Winfrey,
Definitely not.
Beyonce,
Hell yes.
Kim Kardashian,
Yes.
Katy Perry,
Yes.
Nicki Minaj.
Oh yes.
Okay, Glennis Grace,
Yes.
Birgit Lewis,
Yes.
Zendaya,
Yes.
and then Kylie Jenner.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so is this all like all the yeses? Is this yes to weave or yes to wigs or both?
Both. Both.
Okay.
Absolutely. The only two people who are not wearing wigs or weaves, you might not. People think they are. It's like Obama and Oprah Winfrey. She has a lot of hair.
I was wondering because I've seen Oprah sometimes with a little bit shorter hair
Yeah.
and then a little bit longer hair. Don't you think she just uses not like whole weaves, of course, but maybe
Tracks.
1 or 2 tracks just to fill up? And doesn't maybe Michelle Obama do the same?
They could be, but I'm like almost positive that Oprah has her own hair mostly, most of the time.
Yeah,
because
she has beautiful hair.
beautiful, thick,
Yeah.
full
Bouncy.
hair. Really good, gorgeous. And
She's
she
a
even
good
showed it.
hairdresser, I think, because
Yes.
it looks so healthy.
Yes, she has a
Yeah.
great hairdresser. But most people think that Oprah wears weaves and wigs, but she doesn't. Maybe once in a while, but most of the time it's her own hair.
So tell us about Beyonce. Do you think it's mostly wigs or is it weave?
It depends. She does braids, she does wigs, she does weaves. So it just depends on the thing she's doing or mood she's in, I think, and the effect she wants.
So everything we have on the table here,
Yes.
this is what she does.
Yeah.
You guys.
So
that
don't feel bad if you see them with a lot of hair thinking, why is my hair so thin? We have a secret. It's not a secret anymore.
It's not a secret anymore. That's what we do. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's perfect that we can be doing this and just extend our hair to our wishes, or
change our looks
every few months or every 6 months. And I'm happy it's around, and it's something we should really be embracing.
I just want to say one last thing. Most people think that weaves and wigs are all black women who are doing it, but that's a lie.
True. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yes, because there are a lot of Caucasian women or Arabs, or I have so many Arabs and Caucasian customers you wouldn't even think.
Yeah, and it's good to know, because there are a lot of Caucasian women who would love to try, but they are afraid, or they think it won't hold.
Yeah.
If they use it on their hair,
yes.
Even if it's just 1 or 2 rows, you can do anything. So if you're thinking about it and you have like a bob and you want to prolong your bob, or you want to try different styles, it's not only like hair for people, women of color, it's here for everyone, and that's the nicest thing.
Yeah, you just need a professional. Like there are a few here in Holland who are really top notch, and you can look them up and then be sure that it's okay.
Thank you guys for watching this video. This is so much fun to do. If you have any questions about hair, about weaves, or about wigs, please let me know in the comments below. Thumbs up again, and thanks for watching. Look her up and Teshura.nl, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye.